Goodo. All right. Okay. So Jill's asked me to talk about using social media and in particular Wikitree, and I'll do that soon. And basically, really, just wanted to open up with the reasons that I use social media. It's all about, it's what a lot of people have already said anyway, sharing what I've done, sharing what I'm involved in, and trying to get some help with with research questions and that sort of thing, finding new cousins and others who have got common interests to collaborate with. And really, that's really the main reason I use social media. I use a number of platforms that are listed there. Most of them have already been talked about: WordPress, Blogger, Wikitree, Facebook. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Discord, but it's not, based on Jill's definition of being asynchronous, it's not really a social media site, but I'll talk about it anyway. Um, so I first found Wikitree back in 2013, and at the time I was looking for a place to blog, and well, not a place to blog. I was going to establish a blog, but then I found Wikitree, and it's a great alternative if you don't want to set up a blog, that you can actually showcase your ancestors without a blog there, and type up a whole lot of stuff about your ancestors' life. Unlike places like Ancestry, where you really have to add documents and things like that to put stories on. So it's a really good place to share your stories. And not long after that, I got sucked in, I suppose, by the 52 Ancestors quest. I thought it was a wonderful thing, so I set up a blog. All I did was set up a blog in 2014. I did a title page and I never actually wrote a post. It took me 2 years to write a post, and mainly because I couldn't decide how to separate it from Wikitree, like what was the difference between this blog and Wikitree. And then finally, I had this historic moment where I'd confirmed 52 ancestors by DNA, and I thought, aha, that's a eureka moment. That's what I'll do. I'll make my blog about DNA. So that's what I've done. And then back in 2021, I started so that was the first blog I had was on WordPress, and in 2021 I started using Blogger. Christine Woodlands and Julie Simpson set up a DNA for blogging for DNA enthusiasts back then, and they were using Blogger as a platform. So that's where I got started in the Blogger platform. I actually like WordPress better. It seems to have more bells and whistles, but by this stage I had 3 blogs, 2 on Blogger, 1 on WordPress, but there was other things I wanted to share with other people about my research, my paternal and maternal lines, my Irish projects in the middle there, and some stuff about DNA. So I decided to set up a homepage, which WordPress allows you to do like a website, as a one-stop shop, if you like, into various things that I was involved with. And WordPress also allows you to use this great little widget from Wikitree. So I do all my research, document all my research in terms of my ancestors on Wikitree. But you can import the links of the tree, this widget, to publish your tree on the WordPress blog. So this is here, and all those links are live. They'll take you back to the person in Wikitree, and that's where I document my sources. So it makes the blog less cluttered if all the sources are over in Wikitree and not necessarily on this page. And one of the things I like about WordPress is that you can post automatically to Facebook. So when you publish a post on WordPress, you click a button and it then populates on this page. And actually, most of my blogging is about our travels, and Raver Travels is the big blog. And so, and a lot of people don't like getting the emails that you get with subscribing and following blogs. So this is a good way to be able to post it to Facebook, where a lot of people can see them. But Blogger is really good for starting out, I think. And I have the 2 blogs on Blogger now, which is my Courtney research blog. And also I have Gene Monkey Explains, which is more about a how-to for DNA, which I use to supplement my programs that I run for the society. But the Courtney research blog, I I started doing through the blogging for DNA enthusiasts back in 2021. And most of you will have heard me talk about George Courtney, who is my brick wall. And in this research blog, I've tried to document my research for going along decades and posting all about different rabbit holes I've been down. It's been a really good exercise because I've been doing this since probably 2006. It's been a good exercise to actually go through all those things again and write about them. And I'm hoping that by documenting my research summary of decades of research, that actually down the track, I'll attract people who might be able to help me answer some of these questions, but also when I fall off the perch, hopefully someone else in my family, if I haven't found George by that time, will pick up the pieces and follow on from where I left off. So it's trying to get out there and connect with other people. And one of the other, you'll all know that I'm involved in DNA research, and what I try to do, or I've got questions about particular families or brick walls, establish projects or join projects at Family Tree DNA. And you can see there over at Family Tree. So I'm trying to get all the sites that I use working together. So over at Family Tree DNA, I've got links back to Wikitree and links back to my blogs. And at Wikitree, they have these wonderful things called categories where anyone can create a subset of people attached to a particular area. And this is Rathclooney in County Clare. And I've got there a bit of an ad about my Family Tree DNA project and a link back to my blog about getting more information. So I'm slowly populating in this category everybody who is in the 1901 census or the 1911 census in Rathclooney to help the project. And the great thing about these things at Wikitree is that there's Wikitreeers working all the time adding people to these profiles, which I don't then have to do if someone else has come along and done it. So it's a great way to grow your research pool, I suppose. And then on my Gene Monkey Explains blog, I will write a post about that particular project and how give some tips about getting in my family and how to get engaged with the project. And those links on that Gene Monkey Explains post would be going back to places like Wikitree and my blog. And of course, Andrew, I think, talked about Facebook groups. Facebook groups are very important for posting a lot of these things. So whenever you do a blog, you can post in Facebook groups to get your message out there or get people to respond to you about particular questions. So I would post in, and particularly if it's an ancestor, I would post in the relevant Facebook group and then also post those links in my Ancestry and Wikitree trees on that particular person. And I've had a lot of contact from different people through that mechanism. And Wikitree is a community, and I do want to talk about Wikitree as a community. It's not just about being a free family tree site. It's much more than that. And we'll all recognize this face. Recently, there's a lot of fun activities that go on at Wikitree, and this was one of them where Wikitree is sort of like pro bono genealogists in a way, because they all work together to actually improve the worldwide family tree. And in these challenges, we work on different people's trees and try and expand them as much as we can. And some of you might remember the SAG one we did back in January 2023, where SAG was asked to participate. And so this was a great opportunity to showcase the society. And we selected 7 profiles, and they're just listed there, but some of them were for SAG members, and some of them were to highlight some of our collections. So organizations can highlight things that they've got through Wikitree, and there's a couple there. Jess's Girls, which we all know now through Andrew's and others' work on the Ironclad Sisterhood project, and Quong Tart, who's got a lot of a significant collection with the society. And it was interesting during that 7 in 7 was the number of Chinese researchers that were working on Kong Tart for us. And also I seem to recall Julie's German ancestors. We had people going down to the German archives helping Julie with her research there. So it was amazing work that was done. And so I was talking about, being able to highlight societies and organisations. So anyone can really create a category page and leave things there. And it's a good way for people to get an entree into different organisations. So I've set up these 2 pages for the society, plus also Hornsby Family History, which I'm involved in. And we established the Super Aussie Genies team as when we did the 7 in 7 back in January 23. And so the Super Aussie Genie team is when we work on thons. So Wikitree has these thons where different people all around the world help to do connect thons, source-a-thons, that sort of thing, and are working together across the world in doing that. And the Super Aussie Genies team was formed, and when we're working on those types of things, we use a program called Discord and to communicate. And some of you may be familiar with Discord. I had no idea about Discord, but Discord is actually apparently very popular with gamers because it's group chat. And you can see that little icon at the top there, the avatar for Discord. It's like a little game console. So it's all about networking, really, with people across the world. And under the Discord, in the Discord app, you can set up different channels for different projects. So Wikitree's got, so you join a channel. So you can see there on the left that I'm involved in Australia, England, Ireland, and that gold one is the Wikitree one. And there's different subsets in there, different teams, and you can chat in real time, or you can post messages and hope that everyone wakes up, but usually there's someone awake. Of course, this is a worldwide site. There's at different times, it doesn't matter if it's day or night, you can usually find someone to chat to. And so there's all these little teams along this on the left-hand side there. So you can ask a question of any of these people and get an answer. And Wikitree is good in that it also has other fun events, not just the challenges, but abilities to get involved in weekend chats and lots of different activities. It also has private messaging that you can use throughout, and video and audio chats as well. Now, one of the great things I love about Wikitree collaboration and through Discord is the ability to connect with other people around the world. And this is the English site. Now, last year I posted this question. I found this will. I couldn't read it very well. And I posted this question asking someone if they would help me. And I just thought it would sit there for ages. But 28 minutes later, I had a complete transcription sent to me on the site. And I now know, thanks to Andrew, that this is probably AI generated, but at the time I had no idea and I just thought it was wonderful. But there's many other examples of things like this where Wikitree is around the world will just go out of their way to help people across the world. And they're a very giving and generous community. And I'd encourage you to join if you haven't joined already. So one of the things I'd say just in wrapping up is that, first of all, document your tree and tell your family stories in a place like Wikitree. Use social media to, if you've got questions, to establish your projects, and use all the different channels of social media to try and get answers to your questions. Blogs and Facebook groups are particularly good for engaging and connecting with other people and giving you answers that you may not, I've spent years trying to do some things, and I've asked someone on social media and got an instant answer, something I've been agonizing for a long time. So just ask the question and get join Wikitree, get the community to work for you, and find a friend and be more productive. I think that's the great message from the Wikitree side of things. And why do we do all this? It's all about growing our tree, and preserving our tree so that in the future it's there for future generations, all our family stories. So that's all I had to say. And thank you.
Wow, I'm so glad this is being recorded.